Have you ever wondered what would happen if Bruce Banner finally tamed the Hulk? If the brilliant mind of the scientist could control the unstoppable rage of the monster? Well, Marvel Comics explored this exact idea, and the result was far more complex and terrifying than you might imagine. This isn't the happy-go-lucky Professor Hulk from the movies. This is the story of the Hulk who spoke in Banner's voice, and what he told us was that the monster was very much still inside. Our story begins with Bruce Banner at his lowest point. After a particularly devastating rampage, he's captured and put on trial. The world sees him as a menace, a ticking time bomb. But a brilliant psychiatrist named Leonard Samson sees an opportunity. Samson believes that Banner's fractured psyche, his multiple personalities, are the key to everything. He proposes a radical form of therapy to integrate Banner's consciousness with the Hulk's. The goal? To create a single, unified being with Banner's intellect and the Hulk's power. It sounds like the perfect solution, right? A superhero who is both the smartest and the strongest. The experiment is a success, or so it seems. From the Green Giant emerges a new figure. He's the size and color of the Hulk, but he speaks with Banner's calm, articulate voice. He's witty, confident, and completely in control. He tells everyone that Bruce Banner is gone, and so is the Savage Hulk. He is now simply the Hulk. This new being is a celebrity. He's powerful, charismatic, and becomes the leader of a powerful organization called the Pantheon, a group of superpowered individuals dedicated to making the world a better place. For a while, it seems like the dream has come true. This Hulk, often called the Professor Hulk by fans, is everything Banner ever wanted to be. He's respected, he's a leader, and he uses his immense power for good. He leads missions, saves lives, and even finds love. He's no longer haunted by the monster within because he claims the monster is gone. He's finally whole. But beneath the surface, cracks begin to form. This Hulk is arrogant. He's condescending. He believes he's always the smartest person in the room, and that his way is the only way. His teammates in the Pantheon start to notice his increasingly authoritarian behavior. He makes decisions without consulting anyone, convinced that he knows best. This isn't just a personality flaw, it's a warning sign. The truth is, this integrated Hulk was never truly stable. It was a merger of Banner's main personality, the savage green Hulk, and the cunning gray Hulk, also known as Joe Fixit. But this union was fragile, built on the suppression of Banner's deepest fears and traumas. And whenever this Hulk got too angry, whenever he was pushed to his absolute limit, a terrifying failsafe would activate. He wouldn't just get stronger. He would revert. But not to the familiar Savage Hulk. No, he would transform back into the physically weak, terrified Bruce Banner. But with the mind of the Savage Hulk. Imagine a powerless man, screaming in incoherent rage, trapped in a body that can't fight back. It was a defense mechanism to prevent the Professor Hulk from ever truly losing control and causing world-ending destruction. The illusion of control was just that, an illusion. The Professor Hulk was a carefully constructed mask, and the person wearing it, Bruce Banner, was terrified of what would happen if it ever slipped. His greatest fear was losing control, and so he created a persona that was defined by it. But you can't suppress a force of nature forever. The rage, the trauma, the monster, it was all still there, bubbling just beneath the calm, intelligent surface. The final breakdown comes during a confrontation with his abusive father, Brian Banner. The emotional trauma is too much. The carefully built walls of his mind crumble, and the Professor Hulk persona shatters. He doesn't just revert to Banner. The repressed Savage Hulk roars back to the surface, more powerful and uncontrollable than ever. It's a devastating revelation. The cure was only temporary. The monster was never gone. It was just locked in a cage with a very clever lock. And once that lock broke, the rage came back with a vengeance. This storyline is so brilliant because it's not really about a superhero. It's a powerful and tragic story about mental health. It explores trauma, dissociative identity disorder, and the dangers of suppressing our inner demons instead of confronting them. Banner tried to logic his way out of his pain. He tried to build a perfect version of himself to hide the broken parts. But the story teaches us that true healing doesn't come from building walls or creating a new personality. It comes from accepting all parts of yourself, even the parts that are angry, scared, or broken. The Hulk who spoke in Banner's voice was a fascinating chapter in the character's history. He showed us the dream of what could be a hero with the best of both worlds. But he also served as a dark warning. He told us, through his own tragic downfall, that you can't just silence the monster. You have to learn to listen to what it's trying to tell you. Because if you don't, it will eventually break free, louder and more destructive than ever before. This wasn't the end of Banner's journey, but it was a crucial, painful lesson on the long road to truly understanding the Hulk and himself. Thanks so much for watching. What's your favorite version of the Hulk? Let me know in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this deep dive into Marvel history, be sure to like this video and subscribe for more. See you next time.